Good evening, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is a grandmother and her two grandsons drowned. Three residents of Waibao Village, Tanjung Bunga District, East Flores Regency, drowned in the Waibao Embung on Wednesday, May 11, 2022 at around 3:30 p.m. The three victims were Maria Fernandez and her two grandchildren, namely Januarius Geroda Werang is 4 years old and Valdiano Aloysius Thomas Werang is 8 years old. An eyewitness, Mateus Miten Maran, on Wednesday, May 11, 2022 said that the incident started when Maria's grandmothers and her two grandchildren were washing clothes on the edge of the pond. Suddenly, the victim of Januarius Geroda Werang fell into a pond. Seeing his younger brother Valdiano's older brother Aloysius Werang immediately jumped up to help his younger brother. However, the younger brother immediately disappeared into the bottom of the pond. Hearing the screams of the grandmother, the witness immediately ran to the location and forbade her to jump alone. However, because she wanted to save her two grandchildren, the grandmother jumped too to help the victim. A witness then took a hose at the edge of the pond and threw it inside. However, the grandmother refused to hold the hose. Seeing that Maria's grandmother and one of her grandchildren were exhausted, the witness decided to run to the garden to call Maria's grandmother's husband, but did not meet him. He then decided to seek help in the village and reported the incident to the village head of Waibao. However, when residents arrived at the location, the three victims had already died. Observation at the funeral home, the lamentation of the families were heart-wrenching, crying, hugging the three bodies. The next news is a boy in Bogor is suspected being the victim of a sharial kidnapping. A boy in Bogor is suspected of being the victim of a sharial kidnapping. The boy with the initial FF, who is 11 years old, a resident of Telaga Kahuripan Housing, Jampang Village, Kemang District, Bogor Regency, had disappeared for a few days. The missing victim was kidnapped by a mysterious figure while exercising around his residence on Sunday, May 8, 2022. Luckily, the victim was found in the Jakarta area in a safe condition. Bogor Resort Police Chief Police Grand Commissioner Ajudan Iman Imaduddin explained that temporary investigators have not yet obtained information from the victim. The boy from Kemang Bogor Regency is suspected being the victim of a serial kidnapping, because it was reported that apart from FF, there were other child victims who were also suspected of being kidnapped by the same perpetrator in the South Jakarta area. The head of the Bogor Resort Police Criminal Investigation Unit, Police Commissioner Ajudan Siswo DC Tarigan, said that there had been coordination from the South Jakarta Resort Police regarding the alleged child abduction case in Bogor. However, while it is still unclear whether the child victims of the alleged kidnapping in Bogor are still related to the missing child case in South Jakarta or not. The next news is tin company's Dredger caught fire. The Dredger belonging to the Timah Tbk Company caught fire again on Thursday, May 12, 2022 in the afternoon. The ship, which was in the waters about 3 miles from Muara Air Kantung, Sungai Liat District, Bangka Regency, had emitted thick smoke from the roof. The incident caught the attention of fishermen and floating IT miners who are active around the Air Kantung area. The Singkap Dredger had previously experienced a roof fire on March 2022. However, from Bangkapos.com's observation from Jelitik Muara Air Kantung Beach, smoke is no longer visible from the ship. Moreover, from a distance, heavy rain can be seen covering the Singkap Dredger. The Postal Directorate of Water and Air Police of the Bangka Belitung Island Regional Police, along with members of the Bangka Belitung Lanal Post, tried to get the location of the Singkap Dredger. However, the patrol boat could not get out of estuary Air Kantung due to siltation and the seawater was receding. Meanwhile, head of the public relations for Timah Tbk, Anggisia Haan, said that his party had handled the fire incident that occurred on the Singkap 1 Dredger in Sungai Liat waters, Bogor Regency, so that the fire has now been successfully extinguished. The team has also made efforts to minimize the impact of the fire, and it is confirmed that there were no fatalities in the incident. The next news is a crocodile appears on the beach of Ketapang, Kupang City. A crocodile appeared in the waters of Ketapang 1 Beach, Tbks Village, Kota Lama District, Kupang City. The large reptile appeared on Tuesday, the 12th of May 2022 in the morning. Suddenly, it became a spectacle and was recorded by residents. In a video obtained, the carnivorous animal swims in the sea area, approaching an object which it then devours. The sighting of crocodiles and being near the Stadtmall was witnessed by local residents. At the time, the seawater at the scene was in high tide. Two men who were on a rock were also filming the swimming crocodile. The village head of Tbks confirmed Bugel Mauta on Tuesday at 12th of May 2022 in the afternoon, confirmed the information. According to Bugel, the crocodile appeared at 11 a.m. and became a public spectacle. Not long after that, said Bugel, the crocodile returned to the sea. According to him, the crocodile has often appeared. Bugel appealed to the people of Kupang City, especially in Tbks Village, to be careful when doing activities on the coast of Ketapang 1. The next news is a bridge in the village of Gunung Manau collapsed due to being eroded by river water. The collapse of the bridge in Gunung Manau Village, Batu Mandi District, Balangan Regency, on Wednesday, May 11, 2022, affected transportation and access to the area. The collapse of this bridge makes it difficult for motorists to cross. In fact, four wheels cannot pass. Based on Banjarmasinpost.co.id's observation, on Tuesday, the 12th of May 2022, only two-wheel vehicles can pass over the remaining bridges. Meanwhile, the car had to turn around because of the condition of the bridge that did not allow it to be passed. The floor of the bridge cracked, while the side of the bridge that hit the road collapsed. The soil is thought to have been eroded by river water, which that night was flowing heavily and it was raining. As a result, the soil is hollow and the asphalt sinks. Quick handling was immediately carried out by the village and the Department of Public Works and Public Housing of Balangan Regency. The gaping hole in the road is covered with gravel, and some asphalt is also used to support the part of the route that can still be passed. The next news is a housewife dies in a boarding house. A woman was stabbed to death on Bougainville Street, Timika Memories Gang, causing a commotion for residents living around the area. According to TribunPapua.com monitoring, as his mother is 36 years old, a housewife was stabbed by a man who lives with her on Tuesday, May 12, 2022 at 1 p.m. in one of the boarding houses on Bougainville Street. The victim was reportedly killed when he was rushed to the Mimika Regional General Hospital for a post-mortem. Isni Katili, the owner of the boarding house, said that the victim and the perpetrator were not husband and wife. According to her, the man who is the perpetrator did not live in his boarding house. He rarely came there. He had just arrived. From the stabbing, the victim suffered serious injuries and the perpetrator also suffered injuries. Police officers have conducted a crime scene and investigation. The last news is accident involving 3 cars in East Lampung. A traffic accident between 3 cars occurred at a red light at the Sukadana intersection, East Lampung on Wednesday, May 11, 2022. The accident occurred between a white Toyota Avanza with the number F1791HO, a silver Toyota Kijang Innova with the number BE1072FY, and an unwhite Toyota Avanza car. Based on the observation of the Lampung Tribune at the location, a white Avanza with the number 1791HO was towed using a tow truck belonging to the East Lampung Police Reserve Police. Meanwhile, traffic conditions at the scene of the incident had stalled for a while due to local resident gathering at the location. When contacted, the head of the Law Enforcement Unit of the East Lampung Reserve Police, Second Police Inspector Adjutant Ferdi Chandra, revealed that the accident did not result in any casualties. He said the total loss from the incident was still being collected. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.